before we even get started. Devon Graham, you motherfucker! You think you can get out of the five-knuckle shuffle by sending me some VHS horror goodness? Well, you got another thing coming, son, because you didn't think I would see it, but I did see it. I seen what you did the other day. So now we're gonna have to do this my way, and I'm gonna have to come down to San Antonio. That's right, you made the mistake of putting your address on the box. So now we're coming to San Antonio, and we're gonna meet at the Alamo Dome, and I'm bringing the five-knuckle shuffle. It's Drewski McGillicuddy's special message to Devon Graham, a slightly bigger haul. Hey everybody, it's Drewski McGillicuddy, and yeah, that's right. Devon Graham was nice enough to send me some stuff that I will show you at the end of the video, because I went out and I was taking the Guatemalans out and about. We went to the batting cages, we went to El Mariachi's and got some tacos and some cerveza, and then I took them to Arcade Legacy, thinking that they would play some arcades, but the one that likes the video games didn't go with us. So instead they walked around the vacant Dawn of the Dead mall, where there's hundreds of shops, but there's no stores. I don't know. I don't have any pictures because I was too busy spending all my money on shit that I don't need, which I'll gladly show you now. So we're going to start off with the stuff that I found at the Goodwill, because I forgot to mention, I also took them to the Goodwill because my Goodwill, for some reason, people will donate clothes that they've never even worn. So it's a good place to find really good deals. As a matter of fact, that's where I got this fancy hat. How on, look. I bought it for work so that it keeps the sun off my face and the back of my neck. But I should have got like the one of the Guatemalans has. It's not like a sombrero, but it's like a wicker hat, and then the brim goes out to here, and like you put it on and you literally cannot feel the sun at all. It's fucking beautiful. I want one, but it's like a $50 hat. Anyway, shut up and listen. First, this is probably my favorite Clint Eastwood movie, and my favorite movie directed by Clint Eastwood, and that's Gran Torino. I have it on DVD. I figure it's time to upgrade it to Blu-ray. So I picked this up, and one of these days we'll sit down and we'll review this movie, because this is a pretty important film. You know what I mean? And that's the thing about Clint Eastwood. He's usually got a great message to get across in most of his movies. If you've not seen Gran Torino, definitely check that movie out. Another movie, all these movies are movies you should check out. I mean, that should go without saying, right? I shouldn't have to explain myself all the time. I mean, you should just know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, this is probably one of the best Denzel Washington performances ever put to screen, and that's American Gangster. It's another one that I have on DVD. I felt it was time to upgrade it to Blu-ray. Got it for $1.50. All these movies I got from the Goodwill were $1.50, and check it out. Still has the half-price books sticker on it for $14.99. I got it for $1.50. How do you like that? Anyway, and these are in like the most random order, because here's a DVD, and I've never seen this movie, but I know my mom used to always rent this movie, and she always loved Shirley MacLaine. And you're like thinking, Drewski, why would you buy a Shirley MacLaine movie? Because it's got Nicolas Cage in it. So that's Guarding Tess. And yeah, I don't remember what it's about, but we'll find out together one of these days, maybe when I sit down and watch it. Who knows? Who knows if I'll even ever get around to watching these goddamn movies. Okay, this kind of pisses me off. And the funny thing is, people were just calling me, never mind, we'll save that for another day. But anyway, I bought this movie, got home, and the goddamn Blu-ray wasn't in it. But luckily I only paid $1.50 for it. But yeah, it's very disheartening that I have to watch Channing Tatum take his shirt off in standard definition. So yeah. Oh. No, there's a funny story that I keep laughing to myself about that I want to tell y'all, but I don't know if the time is right or if I should even tell y'all at all. But if you know what I'm talking about, it'll be a little inside joke, okay? It'll be a little inside joke. So leave a comment in the comment section down below. And then I bought Crawl. because I've never seen Crawl, and I've heard it's like Star Wars, but totally not Star Wars.
It's like Conan and Star Wars.
It's like Conan and Star Wars. And this is the special edition. Isn't that cool? It's a special edition. I don't know. But one of these days, because that's what I want to do. I want to start talking about movies that everybody's forgotten about. I don't even remember that movie, so I can't have forgotten it.
It came out about the time you were born.
Yeah. But, I used to watch movies that came out about the time I was born. All the time. When I was like 4, 5, 6 years old. Like, ever since I was little, that's all I ever wanted to do was sit around and watch movies all day. Anyway, I picked this up because this seems like it's going to be an important film that people should watch so that they know how, whatever. Don't worry about it. But anyway, that's Lee Daniels' The Butler. Forrest Whitaker is one of the finest actors working, and it's got Oprah. Huh? I mean, when's Oprah ever been bad in anything? Anyway, so yeah, I picked that up because I love period pieces and stuff about like things that are real that took place in this decade and then that decade and then that decade, so you can see how the times they are changing. Bob Dylan. Anyway, also something about the civil rights movement fascinates me. I love all kind of Selma and like all those. I still need to watch Selma, but like 12 Years a Slave, like even though that's not civil rights, that's about slavery, but yeah, that was a powerful ass movie. If you've never seen 12 Years a Slave, that's one I definitely need to pick up. But that's kind of a hard movie to watch more than once, but I'll do it for my craft. Okay, all right. Next up, we got Zombieland, just in time for the sequel that was just announced. So while we're looking forward to that, I can upgrade my DVD to Blu-ray, and now I can take the DVD and trade it for other stuff I don't need. Because that's just the kind of guy, that's what I do. Now, I kind of wasted $1.50. So, maybe, if any of you people down there just happen to need, or maybe it'd be alright taking up extra space on my thing, because my thing, here, I'll just show you the first thing. I got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Season 10. Now, this was when it was in its prime, right before it canceled. I guess it's the final season. But, like, I have the earlier seasons, and they're kind of hard to go back and rewatch. But just like a lot of animated things, the longer it go, the more refined the animation becomes. So, I'm looking forward to maybe going back and watching these, because this is when, like, Shredder and Krang is more predominant. Like, was the earlier episodes. Sure, there was Shredder and Krang, but they also had like some side villains that just were, you couldn't even say laughably bad. It was just like, oh my god, this is embarrassing. I used to watch this when I was a kid. What the worst culprit is? He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. You ever tried to go back and watch that shit? Jesus Christ. Anyway, so the reason I wasted my money on that was because I also picked up this without reading it. And this is Season 9 and Season 10 on a double feature. But, I don't know. Maybe I'll send this to somebody. Hey, Devon Graham, how about you leave a message in the comments down below and let me know if you want Season 10 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because who doesn't want some fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, even though it's not as good as you remember. But, oh, fuck it. I won't save this for a finale. This is the last thing I got from the Goodwill. And this is like the Holy Grail. This is one of my now prized possessions. This was... there was horror movies, okay? There was horror movies when I was a kid. And then the other part of my childhood, aside from the video games and the action figures, was the motherfucking Three Stooges. And I've got all of it. All of it. And I got it for $7, everybody. Well, it was like $7.50. But yeah, they wanted like, what, 15? Yeah, they wanted $15. But it was half off day. So yeah, hell yeah. Like, who would pass this up? You'd have to be some... Who would get rid of this? Why would you get rid of this? I mean, sure, you're not watching it now, but someday you might just decide, you know what? I don't need cable anymore. I'm canceling the internet. The hell with all these outrageously priced services that are free to provide. Fuck it. I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm going to the Goodwill and I'm buying the Three Stooges. And then I'll be entertained for years to come. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Let's move on to the stuff I got from Arcade Legacy. All right. Okay, I bought this for the secretary, which she has informed me, that I have to watch it.
Tonight.
Tonight?
Yeah.
I don't know about tonight.
Tonight.
How long is it? I gotta work in the morning. 118 minutes, that's nearly 2 hours.
Tonight.
That's Saturday Night Fever. She's a big fan of the Bee Gees, and I guess disco music in general.
Disco dancing.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the boogie. Sometimes I'll put on my boogie shoes. Okay? And so maybe I've seen parts of this movie. It's just I've never really sat down and watched it. It was never really something that interested me when I was a small child to a teenager. But now that I'm an adult and, I'm reviewing movies, I figure, what the hell, why not go review Saturday Night Fever? Yeah.
Don't break that.
All right, what do we got next? All right, look, I can't stress this enough. This is not my fault, okay? I know a lot of you out there love these movies. Like, they're in your top 10 greatest movies of all time, okay? I am not one of those people, okay? Before we even show you what it is, I am a Goodfellas kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? You catch my drift? Comprende, capiche? Because I've never really got in to the Godfather movies. I bought the. I didn't watch the third one, but Sarah had me sit down and watch the first two. It was so hard for me not to just fall asleep both times for both movies. The same with Apocalypse Now. There's something about Francis Ford Coppola. It's just like, get to the fucking point, asshole! But, not that the cinematography or anything's bad. Like, everything looks good. The acting's great. But it's like, fucking hurry up. I only got so many fucking hours in a day. But yeah, I'm going to sit down and watch them a second time when I'm not, in need of a nap. And we'll see if it changes my mind. Pick this movie up. This is another movie that I never necessarily cared for too much. But I'm willing to give it another chance. Because last time I watched it, I do remember the end being a lot more thrilling than it was. Actually, no, I guess the first time I watched it, I turned it off. Because it started to just drag. And I can't stand when movies just start dragging. There's a difference between a slow burn and a movie that drags. If you know the difference and know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comment section down below. That's Event Horizon, everybody. Now, I don't hate this movie like I sort of hate The Godfather. But it's okay. Whatever. It's definitely probably Paul W.S. Anderson's best movie, aside from maybe Resident Evil 2. Anyway, speaking of second best movies, this is Michael Douglas's second best movie. Falling Down being number 1, The Game being number 2. This is also one of David Fincher's best fucking movies. He's got a lot of good ones. I don't know. Let's keep moving along. We're moving along, everybody. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm not the Godfather. Anyway, Romeo and Juliet, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes. I've always loved this fucking movie, even though I don't necessarily understand what they're talking about. But hey, now that I'm an adult, maybe I can figure it out, because I've always been interested in like all of Shakespeare's stories. It just, yeah, it's bad enough I can't read. Trying to get me to read Shakespeare, that's like trying to get a blind person to read a book that's not Braille. Anyway, oh shit, I didn't even notice the back of it. That's fucking cool. Got me excuse me. I've gotten me a new favorite steelbook. Actually, no, I'm lying. Christine's probably still my favorite steelbook I have. But this comes in at number 2, and that is Tremors. Look at how beautiful that is. And not to mention, this is one of the all-time greatest monster movies.
Neighbors.
Oh God. Like there's multiple cars with annoyingly sounding engines. Anyway, I got Tremors, asshole. Just let me hurry up. All right, now I'm going to show you what Devon Graham was so kind to send me. And the first one was just one he picked up a duplicate of. And apparently he got for 25 cents. So he figured I could use it as my display for my copy of Misery on VHS. So this was very exciting. Oh, it was 99 cents. 99 cents? Or is that? I don't know. But at least they were nice enough to put the sticker on the back. I can't tell you how many times I've been to the thrift store and they put the fucking sticker on the front of the movie and it's like, you fucking asshole. Like, why would you do that? Put it on the goddamn back. Nobody fucking displays their movies like this. I mean, not that people display their movies, but, you know, if I were to display the movie, it's either going to be like this or like this. I don't want to have it be like this. But yeah, that's just something that I wanted to bring up because it bothered me the other day. I went and almost bought Terminator 2 Judgment Day Special Edition VHS, but they put the sticker on the cover and I tried to peel it off and so did the cover came off with it. So I didn't buy it. Anyway, I don't know which one of these ones I want to show you first because they're both near and dear to my heart. But I guess I'll show you this one first because this is added to my collection and I only need a couple more to complete my Friday the 13th Part 2 collection because Devon Graham just recently completed his Friday the 13th VHS collection. Did I just say Friday the 13th Part 2 collection?
You did.
Anyway, now I have Part 2 to go with Part 3, Part 5. Do I have Part 4? It looks like it's just Part 3, Part 5, Part 7, Part 8, and Jason Goes to Hell. Well, now I got this one, so I need a couple more and I'll be done. Anyway, this one, like, I almost cried that he actually really, like, that there's people out there that are nice enough to fucking spend their hard-earned money just to make somebody smile. He sent me Nightmare on Elm Street media release. I'm so happy. I need all the media releases. I love this cover, but for some reason, I'm one of those people that absolutely fucking loves the cover for Part 2. Just Freddy's face in the glove and I don't know if it's on all the copies, but I remember my copy having the neighborhood at the very bottom below the flames. If you remember that, let me know, or maybe I'll go look up a picture. But look, he left the yard sale sticker on there. Now I gotta hope that the secretary can get that off of there, or maybe I'll just leave it on there because it kind of adds adds character to it. Anyway, so that's my haul. That's, what did I call it? I don't even know what I called this video. But yeah, that's my medium to large sized haul, depending upon who you are. So let me know if how you feel about any of the stuff that I got, your thoughts on things. If you know my like little inside jokes that I was bringing up, I don't know what I'm talking about. But if you do, let me know. And also, like the video, make sure you're subscribed, and then we'll see you next time with more random nonsense.